Send her away, said some. She's still a child, said others. She has not killed anyone, shouted Mama Ifeoma. At last the oldest elder, Papa Okoro, raised his walking stick. We must not hate her, he said, but we must protect the village too. So they made a rule. Chidinma must live in a special hut far from the other homes. She must never come out at night. She must be watched by a guardian. Chidinma agreed with tears in her eyes. I don't want to harm anyone, she said. Please help me become good. The villagers built a small hut at the edge of the forest. Every evening before sunset, Chidinma would walk there with food and books. Her guardian, a wise woman named Auntie Uzo, stayed with her. At first, Chidinma was lonely. No children played with her. She missed her family. But slowly something began to change. She started talking to animals. She learned to mix herbs that healed people. She read books about old magic, and every night when her snake form came out, Auntie Uzo would tie a special charm on her ankle. The charm calmed her spirit and gradually stopped her from biting again. One day, a terrible thing happened. A huge cobra entered the village square. People screamed and ran. The snake was angry and spitting. Even the hunters were afraid. But then Chidinma came. She walked slowly toward the cobra. Her eyes glowed. Her tongue flicked. The cobra stopped. It hissed once, then bowed its head. Chidinma whispered something in snake language, and the cobra turned around and left peacefully. The villagers were amazed. She saved us. She's not a curse, she's a gift. That night, the elders held a big meeting. They called Chidinma and said, You are the snake princess, but not a bad one. You have learned to control your spirit. You are strong but kind. From today, you are the guardian of our village. They gave her a crown made of leaves and beads. Everyone clapped and sang. Even the children danced with her again. From that day, Chidinma lived in the village again. She still went to her forest hut every night, but now it was a place of peace. She helped people, protected them, and taught them how to live with nature. And every year, on the day she saved the village, the people of Umuama danced and told this story. There once was a girl who bit people at night, but she was not evil. She was just learning who she was, and in time she became the bravest princess of all. 10 years later, Chidinma had grown into a very beautiful young woman. She still continued to protect the people of Umuama, and the people still cherished her. One day, deep in the forest, she found a hidden cave sparkling with gold coins, jewels, and shiny stones. The cave was a gift from the forest spirits who trusted her kindness. Chidinma took only what she needed to help her village. With the treasure, she built a big house, gave food to the hungry, and helped everyone. News of the rich snake princess spread far and wide. Men from many villages came, not to marry her because they loved her, but because they wanted her money. They arrived with fancy clothes, promises, and greedy eyes, but Chidinma did not trust them. She remembered the warning from the village priest. Power and money attract danger. Be careful. One by one, men came to her door. They said, Marry me and I will help you rule your lands. But after they spent a night in her house, strange things began to happen. The first man disappeared in the night. The second man was found sick and weak the next morning. The third man had strange bite marks on his body. The village was afraid. Are these men cursed? People whispered. Chidinma felt sad but knew her snake spirit was protecting her. Her snake side did not want to hurt anyone, only to protect her. But the greedy men were not honest. Their hearts were full of lies and selfishness. One night, the forest spirits appeared to Chidinma in a dream. They said, Beware, snake princess. Those who come with greed will never stay. Your power is strong and it protects you. Let the honest hearts come and keep away the wicked. A final man came, a wealthy trader named Ugo. He pretended to be kind and honest. He told stories and gave gifts. But on the third night, Ugo disappeared without a trace. No one saw him leave. Only his empty bed remained. Chidinma realized that money and greed could bring danger. She decided to hide her treasure deep in the forest cave again. She told the village, "True love and friendship cannot be bought with gold. Those who love only money will never find peace here." Even though Chidinma had a big house, beautiful clothes, and treasure in the forest, her heart sometimes felt lonely. She would sit by the river at sunset and talk to her snake spirit. "I have riches," she whispered, "but I want someone to understand me, someone who sees who I really am." The wind blew gently through the trees, but no one answered. One stormy evening, as the rain poured and the thunder rumbled, a knock came at Chidinma's gate. An old servant opened it and found a man standing there, soaked and shivering. His name was Obinna, and he had come from a faraway village. "I was passing through when the storm came," he said kindly. "Please, I only need a place to rest." Chidinma agreed. She gave him dry clothes, warm food, and a quiet room. She watched him from a distance. He was polite, gentle, and said little. He didn't ask about her money. He didn't try to stay longer than needed. Obinna stayed for 3 days until the storm passed. Each morning, he helped fetch water and sweep the compound. Each evening, he sat under the mango tree with Chidinma and told her simple stories about life, family, and dreams. He never asked her questions about her powers. He just smiled and said, "You are kind. That's what matters." One night, as Obinna slept, Chidinma's snake spirit appeared beside his bed, ready to protect her as always. But something strange happened. Instead of screaming or running away like the others, Obinna sat up slowly and said, "You're not here to hurt me. You're here to protect her, aren't you?" The snake blinked its golden eyes and slowly vanished. Chidinma saw everything from the doorway and felt her heart warm. The next morning, Chidinma gave Obinna a small carved bead and asked, "Will you come back again?" Obinna smiled. "If you want me to." And he did. Week after week, he brought yams from his farm, carved little animals from wood, and sat by the river with her. They laughed, prayed, and sometimes just stayed silent, feeling peaceful. One morning, Chidinma gathered the whole village. She stood proudly and said, "I have met many men, rich and strong, but only one saw my heart. Only one spoke to me with honesty, not greed. I choose Obinna, not for gold, but for love." The people clapped and danced with joy. Even the forest seemed to celebrate, as birds sang louder than before. Chidinma and Obinna's wedding was held under the biggest tree in Umuama. She wore a beautiful white outfit with snake patterns sewn into her wrapper. Obinna wore green, simple but special. The river sparkled, the wind sang, and deep in the forest her snake spirit watched in peace. After their joyful wedding, Chidinma and Obinna lived in harmony. Their home was full of love, laughter, music, and the gentle rustling of trees. Obinna farmed and carved wooden toys, while Chidinma cared for the sick, helped the poor, and taught the village children songs of the forest. Years passed, and the couple was blessed with 5 children, 3 girls and 2 boys. The eldest, Adaeze, was wise like her mother. Chisom, the second, could speak to animals. Obiajulu, the middle child, loved to plant trees. Ngozi, the fourth, danced like the wind. And the youngest, little Ekena, was born with a tiny birthmark shaped like a snake, a sign he would carry Chidinma's magic one day. Their home was always filled with joy and peace. The forest no longer feared her, it loved her. The people no longer whispered, they praised her. And though the snake princess still had her powers, she used them only to protect, heal, and love. Don't forget to subscribe and share.